Oh boy. Playing with the light. It's like new cameras making me look terrible. It's a little okay. I'll notify. I'm putting on lipstick. Hi, Nikki. You're watching me put lipstick on. And maybe a little color. What do you think? Hey. This new camera is like not forgiving. It's always to relax people put on makeup. It is? Well, you're watching me. I like never feel that way. That's so funny. How are you doing? I haven't. Yeah, it's a cassette tape. It's a cassette tape. I don't know if I should. Do I need to go put a little post on my Instagram? Or do you think everyone got the say I'm live right now? Come see me? Do you think that works? You're the internet expert. Yes, you think so? Okay. Okay, hold on. You're going to have to see me do it. Do I look too bright? Oh my gosh. I'm just going to from now on just ask everybody things. Okay, hold on. I got a new camera. So I don't know if it works. Putting a filter. I wish I could have a filter on here. Hi, everybody. I'm live on YouTube doing readings. I'm live right now. It's 6:50 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, November 4th. Come see me. Okay, I did it. I wish I could have a... Isn't this light too bright? Oh my God. Right? Let's see which light looks better. This one? Like this? You guys, you tell me, Nikki. This, oh God. This, oh God. Hi, Angie. Angie, why haven't you signed up for your mentorship? Talk to Nikki, who has taken my mentorship. Waiting. Does this one look better? The second or third? Like this one? I know. I seen your... Yeah. Waiting for you. TikTok. This one? Mentorship with Adele is great. Thank you. I will even teach you to make this chocolate cheesecake. It's my first attempt. Maybe this one's a little too bright. Okay, look at that. I made this, and I even made chocolate whipped cream. It's my first attempt. Oreo crust. Sign up for my mentorship, and you too will know these secrets. Okay, this one's too bright. Okay. This is the yellow one. Does this one look good? This one looks better, right? I'm going to sign up again. Awesome. No time like the present to sign up. Yes? Okay. Because I have openings. This is the best time this summer. This month is the most chill. Hi Adela. Hi Timothy. Timothy, did you see? I have to show Timothy. This is the chill month. This is where I have like the most chill time to like really focus on things like mentorships and extra things. You know, I do readings, but it's less crazy. Um this color is the best one, everyone. Timothy, this is my first attempt at chocolate cheesecake. And you can see this is my first piping. It's kind of died because I've been eating it. But I did piping and it worked. I'm so excited. It's really good. There's a problem about baking. I got my camera on Amazon. Oh, I just dropped my cheesecake. I'm gonna cry. Why does the universe hate me? No. Well, I can't eat it anymore. Why does the universe hate me so much? Anyway, thank you for not fair. I have more downstairs, but I'm obviously not going. Okay. First of all, let's get things out of the way. Is this lighting good? Second of all, thank you for the testimony for Angie. She needs a little nudge. The thing about the mentorship that I love is that I cater it to each person. Good lighting. Thank you. Are you sure? The other light, the white light, this is the yellow light. I don't look too yellow. I'm going to cry about my cheesecake because this is the white light. Oof. That's too bright. Okay. No. No. We got to go back to the yellow, right? This one. Too bright. No, right here. Oh, I don't remember. I shouldn't have messed with it. This one. Is this one good? You guys tell me. Um, the cool thing I like about the mentorship, this one, I don't like this one, guys. The cool thing I like the mentorship is that I can cater it to each person. This one, and I can cater it to you. The middle one, I've lost track. Is this one? Is it this one? Yay or nay? Yes. I'm signing up. I just have to wait till Friday. Funds were snug since my 5-item list at Target turned into. I gotta Oh, Target. Target's such a bitch. It seems less contrasty and saturated. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so can't wait for you to sign up again, Nikki, because I love how we can like Nikki's do I've watched Nikki grown in the mentorship. I've watched her grown. So that's awesome. So I can't wait. And this is a good time. This is a good time this month. Also, I am doing readings today, which I forgot to say. My readings at the metaphysical shop went great. Oh, so exciting. Here's my coffee that I put that whipped cream, the chocolate whipped cream that I made for my cheesecake is in this coffee. It is delightful. It's so good. Just saying. Okay. Um, I'm so excited to hear and to continue mentorship with Nikki. Also, I did post for my Patreon people. I'm only going to have it up for a few days. I only like to do 50% off my gift certificates for Patreon people. Here's why. One, you can use them for yourself. You can go get the gift certificate and use it for yourself. By the way, everyone's been using it for themselves. That's been the funniest part. I'm like, okay, damn. Everyone's like, yeah, I'm gonna use it for me, which is totally fine. I'm not saying the code on here. You have to go to Patreon to get the code. Two, I am doing readings tonight as I posted. I pinned it, right? Did I pin it? I don't remember. Did I pin it? I did. I am doing readings tonight. Um, and what I love about the mentoring is that I can shape it to each of you and what you want and what works for you. Like the class, which I'm going to be posting a class this week on my Patreon for the Sacred Scholar people. The classes, which people don't have to come live, they can watch the video, is more like here's a class that you can like watch and follow and go at your own pace, and it's more for everyone. Whereas mentoring, what I love about it is I can cater it individually to everyone. Just to remind people, I'm on here for an hour. So if you want a reading, get on the list. And every 15 minutes, I'll let you know. So the list starts now if you want one. Support small businesses, not just me, but everyone else. I love, okay, I just got Nikki, so I'm putting you down. I can't wait to hear all about, I can't wait to hear all about your reading or readings. This is what's so fun about doing the mentorship is really like watching people grow and evolve and come into their own. And that's my favorite part. It really is. Like I love doing the classes and I love posting. You've helped me so much. Oh, really? Don't make me cry, Nikki. Don't make me cry. Like I cried over my cheesecake. Timothy, can you believe I fucking dropped my cheesecake? The universe. Let me tell you something, guys. Can I just do a little rant before I'm putting Nikki on the list? Nikki, you're first on my list. Got you. Can I do a little rant? Let me tell you something. When you go down this path, I just want to warn everyone. You will have so many things open up to you. I saw the energy shifted when my when my cheesecake fell. Are your easy earrings cassette tape? No, I was just watching the episode of Friends where they dropped the cheesecake. I've never watched Friends in my life. No, I've never been. It never spoke to me. Yes, this is a cassette tape. Did the energy shift when I dropped my cheesecake? Why? Yes, like much to explain in words. I really grateful to have you. That makes me feel like is what I'm doing matter at all? And when I hear things like this and I'm like, maybe it does. Well, Francis, my all-time show, blasphemy. Terry, where have you been, Terry? Where have you been? You have been missing. Yeah, I didn't resonate with Friends. I just didn't resonate. I didn't resonate with Friends because in my 20s when that show came out, and then by the way, we're doing a list, so everyone feel free to get on the list. When that show came out, you know, I was in my 20s, okay? And it didn't make sense to me. I didn't resonate with it. I was like, this doesn't feel like how real life feels. You guys are younger, but I was in my 20s at the time. Living Single and Still is my show. Same Timothy, and they stole the idea for Friends from Living Single. Just saying. Just stirring up controversy. Never feel like the stuff you do for us doesn't matter. I've been watching your videos since 2018 and I've had several readings with you. All of them have been impactful. I so appreciate that. I do feel that way often, especially when my fucking cheesecake that I work so hard on falls to the floor. But yes, I do feel that way a lot of times. So I appreciate it. I'm always like, is anyone care? Is this mic on? I've seen Living Single feels more unique. Yeah. Well, Living Single was first. It wasn't unique. It was first. And it was 100% they created the white version of Living Single. It's the exact same story. Exact. I said it, but I'm not the only one to say it. Anyway, Living Single was my jam. Never related to the whole like New York, like them living in New York, but it was very whitewashed to me. And as someone had been to New York and also living in LA, and it was in my 20s, I was like, this isn't real. Like they're living in a really nice apartment. I even knew that. I was like, none of these things make sense to me. I just didn't like the humor. It just wasn't my kind of humor. Come for me. Just come for me. Okay. It's too late. I'm already in the mood. My cheesecake fell. The universe is laughing at me. So rude. Okay, I just got somebody. Let me make sure I'm getting my peeps, getting my peeps. Where are you? Who was that? Was that you, Terry? Okay, I got you, Terry. Yeah, I read that in a comments a friend's video. That's what got me to watch Living Single. It's exactly the same. It's a shame it didn't get as popular. I think people are missing something. It was first. It was a black show. That's what happens. It was very popular. But, when you steal this is a thing I wanna just tell you guys living in LA. I'm gonna explain something to you. It's very common. It's extremely common that you go, "This is a great story," and they are not like, people are finding this stuff out now because of the internet and iPhones and stuff, but back then, just saying it straight up like, "Oh, yeah, this isn't gonna work because it's not blonde, blue-eyed people," and stuff like this. So I'm just saying, everyone knows what went down. Anyway, we're moving on. So, we're gonna do some readings. Nikki, what can I help you with? And I'm doing intuitive and medium readings. I missed you guys. I took a little break because I felt like maybe I was coming on here too much and maybe everyone was like over it. I don't know. But yes, I'm excited to be doing my mentorships. Whoever, look, I'm putting lipstick on again. Nikki likes it. She says it's relaxing. And I hope you guys liked your speed readings. Can I remind everyone? I feel like I'm yelling. Every time I come online, I feel like I'm yelling. Your grandmother and your mom's side. Okay, you want to connect to your grandma because I don't know. Maybe I feel like I have to yell through the internet for you guys here. Hey guys, what's going on? You know, stupid. Your grandfather. My favorite of your radio show was the one about the lady who got told she was cursed. Yes, that's called a podcast, Terry, in 2025. It's not radio, but it is the new radio. Isn't that one funny? I mean, it's not funny. It was horrible, but it was like hyperly interesting. Okay. Not at all, Adela. I would be here all the time, but majority of the time I'm sleeping before work or driving to work, which only allows me to listen. Totally understandable. Totally understandable. I just felt like twice a week was probably too much for everyone. So I was like, maybe I just need to like take a little breaky break and come back. Okay, we're going to do Nikki's reading, reminding everybody that I'm on here for an hour. So feel free to get on the list so you can get your rating on. Also reminding my Patreon peeps that okay, this is the thing. Only for Patreon people, I'm doing 50% off my gift certificates. If you get someone a gift certificate, please make sure it's somebody who wants a reading. You don't know how many times I've had people buy gift certificates and the person's like, someone bought this for me. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. They kind of didn't want it, but they were game. So make sure they want it and make sure they know it expires in 3 months, but you also can use it for yourself, which people have been doing, which has been cracking me up. I have seen the Patreon people get the gift certificates and run and get a reading for themselves. And you know what? I'm happy everyone's doing it. I think people didn't feel like they could. So this time I put in the description on Patreon, like, feel free. It's the privilege of being in my Patreon. I am going to be posting a class next week, speed readings. That's what I wanted to say. And then we're going to get to Nikki. I did not forget you, Nikki. Speed readings this month. Please remind me what I said. You guys are commenting stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about. And I don't want to be fake. I think that's the problem with me. I'm like, I don't want to be like, oh, yeah, that's great. Because I don't, I'm being honest and saying, I don't remember what I said, but I'm really happy it worked and it helped you. But I want to know what I said because I want to be in on it. You just got to remember, I'm reading like 90 people, I think, and I can't remember everyone. All right, here we go. Coffee's really good because I put chocolate whipped cream frosting that I made for my cheesecake. It's basically chocolate with whipped cream. Okay. Grandfather for Nikki on your mom's side. After Nikki is Terry, who's been missing. I literally thought of you the other day. I'm like, where the hell is Terry? What the hell? What is going on? Where has Terry been? And here you are. I conjured you. Conjured. Okay. Focus, Adela. Grandfather on your mom's side. Have we talked to him before? Here we go. The first thing I hear from him is that everything's going to be all right. He says he wants everyone to know who's listening, everything's going to be all right. But he says to you, don't be a dummy, though. Not that he's calling you dummy. He's being blunt, saying, don't basically be smart. Be smart about your moves and the things you're going to do in your life. Like, even though everything's going to be all right, don't just take it for granted. You know what I mean? He's like, be diligent, be aware, be smart. Okay. Um, he talks about his passing. He says his passing was very expected and he was allowing himself to prepare for it. I have to say this is the first medium reading I've done in like a few weeks. People have been getting a lot of intuitive. I wonder why. The world's interesting right now. So he's saying that he was prepared, he was preparing himself, he was bracing himself for his passing, although he's got like a lot of life, he's got a lot of zest. And so it wasn't because he was wanting it to happen. He just knew this was what was happening. He says the worst thing is when your body is giving out and you're starting to lose steam. He recommends for everyone listening, including you, Nikki, is to take care of yourself physically. He says something about the month of September being a doozy. It was kind of a difficult time. So I don't know if you know anything about that. When he talks about his passing, he said it was expected, but it was almost like his body was riddled with illness. And he felt, yeah, he could feel it. He knew it was like coming for him, and he really couldn't stop anything. He wants to thank everyone for something about the ceremony. Nikki, are you here? Is this mic on? Yes, he was in the nursing home and suffering a lot at the end. Yeah. Okay. So he says that the service, I think there was like a service because he says something about the service at the end, something about a service that was done in his name. Because he's showing me, okay, this is a weird image. He's showing me 3 tombstones. 3. And he's saying that was he buried? Because he's talking about where he was buried. Because he's talking about, yes, he was. Okay. I don't know if there were plots pre-planned, but he had a plan for himself when he left this world. He does say that he didn't expect to be so okay on in this other world. He said he had no idea this other world existed. He says if anybody here believes in another world and another side in an afterlife, keep going down that road. It's going to help you when you reach the end. He says not to be afraid of the end, but to be more afraid of not living your life fully. That's to you, Nikki. Okay. That's his advice to you and everybody who wants to listen, by the way. He also just gives a round of applause for the person that you've become. And he says it may sound strange, but he's just very proud of who you've become. And he says, stop trying to figure out your family, stop trying to figure out your father. It's very, very complicated. Not like complicated, like you can't understand it, but there's just a lot of things that went into that, who your father is today. He's not really blaming anyone particular. He's just saying it's just, he would like to give advice. It seems like your grandfather wants to give advice to all of us. Like he's saying, like everybody who's trying to figure out your parents, your grandparents, just know most of the time they were just trying to get through it. They were just trying to do the best they could with the circumstances they had, and nobody seems to really be prepared. That sounds like him. He's like, nobody seems to really truly be prepared for the daunting task of starting a family. And he says, just screw it. Don't don't take it all so seriously. I feel it's very comforting, right, everybody? It's very comforting. It kind of feels almost like when somebody's like, you know, don't sweat the small, like it's all temporary. And that's something he didn't realize. So that's his advice to you. He's very comforting. Yes, he was very comforting. I can tell because he says, as you live life, you kind of almost realize you can't control anything as much as you think you can. But most importantly, you just can't control what other people are going to do. So the best thing you could do is try to live your life for yourself and just he doesn't like gossip, he didn't like gossip, he didn't like all that kind of stuff. He says, whatever, as long as people aren't harming each other, if that's the way people are going to live their life. He says it's too hard. It's hard enough to live your own life. So he's telling you, and this is how we're closing, don't worry about what's going on with your family. Okay, that was awesome. Like I said, if you want a reading, the list is open. I know. I loved it. Didn't you? Did it? Was I'm the only one who loved it? Because I loved it. Ernesta. I got you, Ernesta. Okay, Terry. Right, we needed that. Right, Timothy? Oh, everybody. Timothy, I'm going to put you on blast. Everybody congratulate Timothy. Timothy was on a baking competition and he killed it, but they're so boring. They didn't understand his gothic ways. It's his second one. It's you're dead. Okay, Terry, go ahead and put your question. After Terry, I'll be reading Ernesto. This is going to get serious. Oh, okay. One of my superior told me in private that some investigation was going with HR and said that I might be fired or something for working another job, but I'm so confused. Am I going to get fired or reprimanded or something? Terry, how could you be working another job? Aren't you a doctor or am I wrong? Am I confusing you with someone else? How could you be working another job? Yes, kick-ass Timothy. Timothy was on a baking competition. Real quick, Terry. Timothy put, yes, that's what I said. I went, what the hell are they thinking? You're moonlighting for another doctor job? Seems a little not feasible. Yeah. Like, how could I even got the time? Right. Okay. I'm going to answer Terry. Then it's Ernesto. My list is still open, but I also wanted Timothy to say real quick, say the name of the baking competition he was on. He kicked ass, but they always try to use Timothy as the gothic witchy guy, and they don't get his, you know, his vibe, and I should say, or his, aesthetics, we're going to get him on the right show. Okay, let's look at it, Timothy. Christmas cookie challenge. Yes, go check him out. Oh my God, dude, how much I love watching the cookie challenge, the cooking shows, but I mean the baking shows. But I have to admit, I just skipped to Timothy's. I did. I just skipped to yours. Adela, I sent via PayPal to go through. Oh, woo. Hold on. Let me check. Okay, Terry. I'm going to tell you because I already have a feeling straight off the bat. And I feel like I'm right. So I'm going to tell you. Okay. I got it, Angie. Apologize. Okay. After Terry is Ernesto, then Angie. And yes, the list is still open. Terry, you're not working working a job in your sleep. I don't feel like they're going to fire you. I feel like this is a bunch of bullshit. Honestly, I feel like what's happening is they're trying to find somebody. When I see this, it's like somebody tipped them off and they're obviously lying. It's very weird. I have to say, out of all the readings I've done, this is one of the weirdest. Of course, Terry, you win the weird award. But be happy because I'm weird. So you're in good company. Anyway, we're all weird. We're all weird in here. But I would say this is the most unusual circumstances I've seen. I feel like somebody made this very strange attempt to spread this rumor about you almost because they're trying to cause havoc, almost because it's almost like a competition or jealousy. I see it getting squashed rather quickly. So I don't see this becoming a problem for you. Meaning, like, I see you being able to remedy it pretty quick. What? Rumors? Yes. But I definitely feel, and I think I warned you about this before, that there's like competition and jealousy surrounding you a lot. So this seems like having to do with that. I'm honestly just a tiny person, like people please. Just the pie is huge, everyone. Can have some. Or you drop it on the floor, Terry, like me. You drop the pie, the cheesecake. Yeah. I don't feel like it has to do that people don't feel like they can't have a piece of the pie. I honestly feel like it's more about getting the competition out of the way. So, who supervisor told you this? Have you met with HR yet? So you don't see me being homeless during New Year's. First of all, really, Terry, I think we all could do a collective eye roll. You're a doctor. So I don't think you're going to be homeless during New Year's. No, that's the thing. No one from HR is yeah, I feel like this was your supervisor that said this to you, not just some coworker. Well, one of your supervisors. Yeah, this is what I feel happened. I feel like this is not my director. Yeah, I don't see it. I feel like someone's like beep 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 to someone, and then it was like telephone. I know you guys are younger than me, but you know the game telephone where you tell somebody something in a circle and then they pass it. That's the vision I get, and the vision is like, this person's like, "Listen, we just gotta let you know, and just in case, you're gonna have things like this happen to you a lot because," and here's the drum roll. I don't know how to do a drum roll. I don't wanna make a lot of noise. The drum roll is, by the way, is that the person who started this wants kinda sees that you could become supervisor, that that's a possible promotion for you, so they're almost just trying to get you out of the way. That's it. You're fine. That's good news, Adela, because I'm gonna buy a house soon. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm in a movie, like, I'm gonna be in the depths or something." Really? Did you really believe that? By the way, everyone, I love how Terry went from like, "Am I gonna be homeless? Oh, by the way, I'm buying a house. Whatever. Whatever. I'm buying." I guess what we need Terry to focus on is his love life. That's next. Okay, Ernesta, you're up next. Okay, you still have time to get onto my list. TQ, TQ. What does TQ mean? Jesus Christ. Maybe Terry needs one of my mentorships for his love life. I did have someone take my mentorship for that, and it did work. It did help. I will leave the person anonymous. Adela didn't mind go through. Oops, oops, oops. I'm missing people. Why isn't my phone being nice? Hello, phone. Um, Ernesto, go ahead and write in. Did you Venmo or PayPal? I don't see anything in PayPal. Before I jump on the list, if I wanted to try to expand on my monthly speed readings and try to hone in on what that's about, is that something you could do or no? Yeah, I can. You just have to remind me what I said and then I'll tune into it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's no big deal. I don't see you inside Spire. Did you Venmo or did you PayPal? Okay, payment coming. Okay, I'm not going to ask about love right now because it's the holidays and I'd rather be with family for now. But if it's ice cream, I see it, I'm going to eat it. Okay, okay. Okay. Inside Inspire, I'm not sure where you went. I don't see it in here. Weird. Oh, wait, no. Oh, Anahit, I do see it. But I thought I saw Angie. So I'm familiar with weird. Neurologist. Yes, I know. You're brainy. We all get it. Where's Ernesto? Ernesta? Ernesta. Where's Ernesta? Angie, you did get on my list, right? Am I imagining this? Yeah, I see Angie. Okay. Ernesta, are you here? Did you leave? Yeah, it did. I got it, Angie. Um, okay, I don't see Ernesta coming up, so we're gonna jump to Angie, and we'll come back to Ernesta. And I have Anahit after that. And Ernesta, I'm putting a circle around because maybe their connection's bad. You never know. Okay, where is anyone? Medium reading my mother-in-law. Okay. Have we talked to your mother-in-law before, Angie? Okay, after Angie is Ernesta. I'm going to have to come back to you, Ernesta. So here we go. Hold on one second. Hold on, everyone. Okay, here we go, Angie. Your okay, sorry. I still have you still have time to get on the list if you like. Wanted to remind all my Patreon peeps to take advantage of the things that I posted. I'm just looking at my list. Got distracted with making sure I got everyone. My phone's being wonky, which is annoying. Okay. Medium reading my mother-in-law. Okay. Here we go. Medium reading your mother-in-law. Let's talk to her. We need all the help we can get from the other side. Still, list is still open, by the way, whoever wants to. So I just got like this funny thing from her. It's like she like whipped around and she was like, "Hello." She says that she wanted to kind of let you know that you have been heard. She's been hearing you talking to her and trying to get like advice from her and get help from her. She's really excited to kind of support the journey you're on, but most importantly, everything that everyone's been going through. She's here for that. What she means is like in the family and everything that everyone's been going through, including you. She's not talking about her passing, obviously. She's just kind of jumping into what she can do to help. And she says that it's been like kind of a difficult time. Mostly it's been a difficult time for her. Seeing everybody kind of like tossing and turning and going through a hard time. What she means by that is that obviously it's not affecting her where she's at, but trying to help everybody who's um and she's talking about you specifically, struggling and just people on earth in general, period. She says, I guess she wants to pass on that the other side and the people in that realm who actually really care what's going on the earth, and she's one of them, it is not lost on them, and it is not like they're not aware of the struggles everyone's having right now. So I guess in a weird way, she's very excited to kind of be a part of trying to help everybody through that time. She does say that, don't feel like you have to pray or any of that. She says more kind of like tune in to everything around you. She goes, I know this is strange because she's not talking about mundane stuff. You know what I mean? She's not talking about the family or this or that. She's talking about stuff kind of more in the bigger picture, if that makes sense. And she's saying, like, for her, she's just trying to get people in her family and the people she cares about not panicked. And I feel like she's referring, and she's not being coy about it, to be honest, about everything going on in the world. And she is kind of part of, remember when I did that reading for you, Angie? She is saying that she was kind of part of helping give me that insight. Do you know what I'm saying? Are you there? Is this mic on? And I totally forgot, wanted to get someone else on the list. Shauna, I got you, Shauna. So it's kind of focusing on everything that's going on with everybody and everything going on in the world. You know what I mean? She's not really concerned about herself. Okay, maybe. Okay, she's not concerned about talking about herself and the things that she's learning. She's saying that there's a lot of turmoil going on in this world, that the afterlife is aware of the turmoil going on in this world. They're not immune to it, they're not distant from it. The only difference is they don't have to, they're not directly hit by it. So she's trying to get you to hear her or realize that she's there to help and to help you navigate these kind of sharky waters at this time. So I guess in a way, be better at calling upon her. I've even heard this for everyone listening. I've even heard this from my people on the other side, like, you're not calling upon us. You're not helping. You're not hearing us. Like, you're not looking for our help, and we want to help. So it's more like include her in your daily practice. And that's all she really wants to talk about. She's saying you need to prepare for what the changes that are coming in the world. So remember when we had the reading, and so this is one thing I always tell people when I do intuitive readings. I always feel like the people in your family who have passed are part of the collective whole that help give me the information to tell you guys things, right? When I do medium readings, I'm singling out a particular person to talk to who will help you directly talk to you about the things going on in your life. There's a big difference. And she's acknowledging when we talked that other day, she was a part of that message. Do you understand now? And know this, everybody, the other side is very aware of everything going here. It just feels very weird. Even for me, it feels like when I'm talking to my people on the other side, it's like you have to kind of really tune in to us. You have to talk to us. Yeah, we can't fix the things, but we can support. And that's kind of what I was saying at the beginning, and I didn't finish saying. When you go down this path, when you go down a spiritual path, the universe kind of tests you and pushes you and sees what you're capable of dealing with, not in a negative way, just in a like, let's stretch you. And so maybe this isn't what you thought she would talk about, I'm sure, but it's what she decided to talk about. Okay, is Ernesto back? Is Ernesto back? Ernesto? Ernesta? Ernesta? Ernesta, right? Are you here? Did you leave? Definitely not. Yeah, I didn't get the feeling. I didn't get the feeling this is what you thought. What did you think she was going to talk about? Curious. Okay, calling Ernesta once, calling Ernesta twice. Okay, moving on to Anahit. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't think this is what you thought. It's been tricky with that world lately. They've been interesting. Moving on. To Anahit. Insight Inspire, where are you? Basically whatever she wanted because that's how she is. Okay. Anahit, are you here? Anahit, are you present? Hi Adela, I like a medium reading with my maternal grandmother. Oh, I think that you did 15, which is an intuitive reading, right? Am I wrong? Am I confusing everybody? I thought you were getting an intuitive reading, which is what I wrote down, intuitive. So why don't you just, if you're looking to speak to your grandmother about particular things in life, why don't you just ask the question? Because like I said, they're part of the collective whole. So, what's your, what are you really looking to know? Because usually, and that's kind of as you can see, they're part of the collective whole anyway. So they'll be part of whatever questions you have. You sure you don't want to just ask the question? Because I have a feeling that's why you're getting this reading, right? You could just ask the question. Think about it and let me pop over to Shauna and we'll come back to you. Shauna, what's your question? Think about that. Think about your question, okay? And then I'll come back to you. Shauna, what's your question? And is Ernesta, did Ernesta just leave? Maybe Ernesta went to sleep. They're like, Adela's babbling too much. I'm going to bed. I'll have you on my list for next time. I wanted to expand on my speed reading. Yeah, you have to remind me what it is. I'm not going to remember anything. Plus, I don't know Selena versus now I have Shauna. You know what I mean? So you have to remember I'm not going to remember people's readings. You guys got to know that, right? Like I'm reading like 190 people. So remind me what I said and then I'll expand on it. I'll look into it. What did I say? When you guys comment on the speed readings in my Patreon, always remind me what I said. Do you think I'm superhuman? Do you think I can? You got to help a sister out and say, Adela, you said this. Because I also want to be in on the comments. When you guys just go, ah ha ha ha, and you comment, I'm like, I feel like I'm not in on it. Yeah, I know. Okay, sure. Go ahead. Don't waste time. Just throw it in. Just throw it in. Sorry, my YouTube crashed and I was typing my question. So Insight Inspire, I'm going to come back to you. So I'm moving on to Shauna because I have to like jump to the next person. Because I can't, Okay, you saw me writing in notebooks and planning and changing my plans. Oh, wow. No wonder you want to know. Okay. Okay. Insight Inspire, write your question and I'll come back to it. This is the last call for anybody who wants to get a reading. Last call. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me look, Shauna. Yeah, you know what comes up for me when I see you, Shauna? I actually see you like typing. I want to know what might have triggered that change and what is changing. Yeah, I'm telling you. I actually saw you writing. The best way I could describe it is like a resume. I saw you like going, "Okay, I have to like really upgrade my game." And it almost looked like you were writing up a resume. This looks like a change in job. And you didn't look upset. You looked a tad bit stressed, but the stress is only because you're trying to perfect whatever it is you're putting together. It did look like you had a lead, and I'm going to be to go a little bit further because obviously that's what you're asking. It did look like it was by choice, not like you got it pulled away from you. Does that make sense? Like you chose it. You know what I mean? So I feel like you're kind of deciding to step away and go in another direction. So this may feel a little bit, I want to say alarming to you at this time. But when I see you, you're very, definitely not what I was planning. You're right. Yeah, I know. But when I see you, you're very, very clear this is the right choice. You're like, this is the right choice. This is what I should be doing. And even though you're a little bit stressed, you're relieved and you're excited. So it's your choice. That's what I saw. What do you do? I was planning to ride out the current job until my business was good enough to not work for other people. Yeah. No, I feel like I don't see that because what I feel like what's happening is you're kind of putting up with stuff, because and you're kind of you're like it's going to take a little bit longer for that business to get to where it's going. And it's almost like, it's almost like when you're really uncomfortable and you're really uncomfortable, you're like, it's fine, I'm uncomfortable, and I'm just going to hold out and wait. And I feel like you're like, That's ridiculous. Why should I do this to myself anymore?" And so you choose to leave and get a different position. That's what I see. Okay. Does that clear it up? And I think the notebooks that I saw was you just kind of organizing everything that you're putting together for a resume. It doesn't look negative. Okay. So I can tell she's like, I don't think about that one, Adela. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your speed readings. I was just kidding. Okay, so I don't know if Ernesta ever came back, but if you did, speak up, forever hold your peace, and I will just put you on here for next time. But I want to move on to Inside Aspire. What were you really wanting to know? Interesting. And an opportunity appears to trigger this. Well, these are little quick readings. So I'm just telling you quickly that's the vision I see. I said it's your choice. That's what I see. But these are like little fast readings. And that would take longer to get into all of the details. I don't want to just answer it like haphazard, just quickly in that kind of way. So I'm trying to reassure you that this is your choice. The details of that I would do in a more lengthy reading. Okay, so Anahit, what was your question? And Ernesta, you, if you're here, Okay, you try. No problem. I think it could just reassure you to know this is it's not going to be negative. I don't see it negative. I don't see it bad. I feel like you're pushing it and this is good. So, okay. In your December speed reading, you said you felt uh deal behind my goals and I did that you felt I something got behind on my goals and I did. Yes. Okay, I can look into that. I knew there was something meaty. Always remember if you have things going on in your life, it's better to get an intuitive. It's quicker. When I'm doing medium readings, it takes a little long way around. So now I'm getting my shit together and I want to know how you see it going into 2025. Well, I'm not going to do a 2025 reading in a short little reading. I don't even do those in long readings. I don't project what's going to happen in 2025. That's like I don't do like, every decision we make and the things we do have a domino effect onto how the future unfolds. So I do more specific things. Even my speed readings, it's kind of more what I feel I see going on around you presently. And I'm just giving you a heads up. It's not a like, this is what the month of December is going to look for you. So I can't say to you, oh, this is how it's going to look for 2025, especially in a little mini reading. One and two, I don't even do them in lengthy readings, but I can. So to kind of narrow it down, I can see how you're doing presently in this moment with the actions you're taking. And remember, the future is really we're participants in it. I know I'm just impatient. I know there's something I need to work on. Slow and steady focus. That's part of the shit I need to get together. Well, it's just that the future doesn't work like that. It doesn't like happen to you. Like, yeah, it's 2025 is going to be magical, but I can see what's going on with you and what's swirling around you right now. What I feel like right now is that you're kind of more going through a lesson of learning that you have to like lay the groundwork, and that's really hard for you, and put like one foot in front of the other, one thing in front of the other. And I feel like you're doing that, but you got to stick to it. You have to stick to it. If you don't stick to it, it's not going to work. Meaning, like, you have to build, you have to slowly build. You can't allow yourself to get distracted by what shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know what I mean by that? It's more like, this is where I am now. This is what I'm doing now. And I feel like you are doing that, but you got to cut the fat, because I do feel like what happens sometimes is you get perfectionist and you get distracted by what you think you have to do instead of what really it makes sense for you. It's almost like you're always looking over the fence and seeing the greener grass is greener, instead of seeing what you're accomplishing right now. So it's really important. Yes, you shoulda, coulda, woulda is a bad habit. Yeah. You have to say, this is where I'm at now. This is what I'm doing now. And not only appreciate it, but be excited about it, and see that like not everybody even tries, and be like respectful to yourself, and not be such don't be such a Debbie Downer on you, like putting yourself down, and criticizing yourself. Like, these are like emotional and psychological habits that are stopping you from getting where you want to go. And it's kind of more all in your head. So, what I see is right now, the work you're doing on is more personal than it is tangible, if that makes sense, that it is like having to do with what you're building, what you're making. So, this is good progress. Very good progress. You have a very good eye for details, and you have a good understanding for details. And that part is already done. What I feel like you're going through right now is learning how to be okay with the big picture of things. Okay. Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm trying to do the mental work, but I'm starting the physical work too. The mental is what's blocking me, so I'm taking on that too. Yeah, we got to do both. That just to leave this with everybody, whenever you're trying to build something, whenever you're trying to create something, it is the hardest part is getting past your mind, like getting past your emotions, about past your triggers. Whenever you're trying to do something, it's the hardest part for anyone, and anyone who pretends it isn't is bullshit. In the work that I do or anything that I do, it's more about getting past all those childhood triggers, all those gymnastics that we do, those emotional gymnastics that we do. That's much harder. If it was just the work, if we could just like go, I'm just doing the work and I don't have any of those things, we all would get so further ahead than where we are. But we're human beings, and and if you're in this YouTube live with me, then you're a sensitive, intuitive, feeling person. So it makes it even harder. Yes, makes perfect sense. You're looking right into my soul. I'm staring right into your soul. Thank you all for joining me. I'll see you all on my Patreon where I post my daily energy climates. I'll see you on my podcast. Look for next week's podcast is going to be my first Bigfoot story. Yep, my first Bigfoot story. I am going to text Michael and brag about it. And don't forget, don't forget that I post all these specials for my Patreon people. I know this is the month of the holidays and it gets a little wacky, but don't forget to take care of yourself. It's really hard. Like it's just very hard to remember to do that when everything's going on. When I drop my cheesecake, when I'm just telling you, you're not alone. It's not easy walking on this planet Earth, everyone. And if you're sensitive beings and you're sensitive souls, we feel things so deeply and sometimes we wonder like why do we have to feel things so deeply? So just try to, and I try to remind myself this as well, try to give yourself a break. Just try to give yourself a break. Thank you guys for chilling out and just kind of know sometimes you just got to go, you know what? I'm doing the best I can. I don't know what to tell you. And just let it be because it can be rough. It can be very rough. And I think we're super duper hard on ourselves, all of us. And I understand that. Trust me. Nobody has some perfect answer. Nobody does. Trying to come up with your answer that works for you is the only way through this crazy, crazy world that we deal with. Um, don't let people make you feel inadequate or like you're not doing something right. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm going to leave you guys with this. The one thing I've learned from reading people for so many years is that nobody really knows what they're doing. Nobody really understands what's going on. And they're pretty much preoccupied with themselves and they're hoping they're doing it right. And I feel like we're all a bunch of children that don't get taught how to understand the world and understand ourselves and trust ourselves. And we get kind of thrown out into the world. So you're not alone. Trust me. Just some people wear better masks than others, and they just do it a little bit better. So I hope that made sense. Thank you guys. Just try to have a little fun in the between of everything else because the moments in time is really all you're going to remember when you leave this planet. So I have Ernesta on the for the next for the next time. I hope they remember to come back and maybe something happened with their computer. But thank you all so much for joining me. I'll be back. I'll be back next week. Follow yourself, follow no one, listen to your inner voice. See everybody soon. Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Happy holidays. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.